Yo, JD here, Terrolimus, and as you can see again, we are back with another F1 2017 video here today, and this is by David Greco, once again, handling developer of Codemasters, and as I always say, a really top talented driver, so hopefully he can showcase of what the game can really do. And he's starting in a McLaren of the Fernando Alonso, starting from last on the grid around Singapore, which is one of my favourite tracks, one of my personal favourites. Really hard to hook up a lap round here, really tight, and in the wet here you'll be able to see traction is not too bad, which in the McLaren we know the McLaren's got quite good traction, which I'm guessing is obviously on F1 2017 settings, so we get a chance to look at the AI as well, which obviously is not really my main area in terms of career, but still just showcasing the game. I would have loved it if it was in TV pod to actually have a proper look at the car, because that's what I drive and what most people actually drive as well. But yeah, the F1 2017 beta finished today, which I am so gutted about, because I honestly probably had more fun playing that beta than I did throughout the whole of 16 and 15 that's put together. I had so much fun on that, being able to what you can actually do and actually race people as well. And I just really hope with a few tweaks, which I can't really mention here, but with a few tweaks to that beta upon release, I really hope it stays pretty much the same. And if it does, then I think we're in for a seriously good game. And I just want to hear what you guys think of the F1 2017 gameplay so far. Looking at the wet here, I can see the spray. It seems to be, I see some comments about that in the Spa video. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I personally think it's actually pretty good, because sometimes it was really annoying on 2016 and particularly 2013 and 14 from what I can remember. Sometimes you had like a massive blob, that's a huge raindrop. When you're trying to look for an apex, it's just completely covering it, and it was just so annoying that you couldn't see. Whereas in this, it seems to be a lot more evenly spread. If that's the right way to analyze it, it's probably a horrendous way to do it, but for this it seems to definitely intensify once you get closer to the car, which you would expect. And yeah, I think the spray is pretty good. I think the game graphically looks pretty good as well. Obviously when we're recording in, I think this is in 1060 60 frames per second, I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, I think the game graphically looks good, but for me, as most people know, I'm more interested in a game's good to me if you can race wheel to wheel properly, and that's what I want. And so far from what I experienced, that's what you can do. So I really hope that stays the same. But yeah, as I said, what do you think of this gameplay so far, and just all the footage you've seen? So the Spa one, Suzuka, this. What do you actually think? What you're most looking forward to? Which I always see in the comments. Seems a lot of people are looking forward to the career mode, but it seems a lot of hype for the multiplayer, which I'm really happy for, because I really want to race a lot more people, try and get some lobbies going, a lot of live streams as well, because the internet is pretty good that I've got. So try to do some live streams and just really do some sprint mode lobbies and just custom lobbies. That's what I really miss doing, because I didn't really get a chance to do that in 2013 because I just wasn't really known by anyone at all, and the amount of people played the game was significantly less at the time. So whereas the community's grown now, it's getting a lot more popular. I think obviously if the connection is good, as I say, which is a pretty much the main thing, as long as that's good, then I think we're in for a good time for this. But I'm not going to show obviously this whole race. I think David's doing a pretty good job so far. I might leave some little edited bits in here, but if you want to watch the main video of this, then you just go to the Codemasters YouTube page, which has got the full unedited video. But looking at this, and just my experiences from the wet so far, I'm actually personally driving it myself. It's, how would I describe it? As I said before, I think on this game, since the downforce is so good in like every car, and just through the regulations of 2017, I think finding a line through the corner is not going to be the hardest issue in this game. Even if you turn slightly too late or too early, you can really correct the steering quite nicely, both on wheel and controller. So that's not really the issue, but I think the issue and what's going to separate people is really how early can you get on that power on this game? How early can you do it? Because the traction is not that difficult, but if you definitely go too early, you're going to just not really the risk of spinning as much, but you just really go bogged down, scrub off some speed. So I think in this game it's going to be so important to get that exit, which I think is really crucial. Whereas 2013, I would say, I always describe it as a similar, but 2013 I would say it was usually about just all the cornering speed that you could do, not as much as traction wise. In this, I feel it's easier to go through the corners. The downforce feels similar, but it's easier to go through the corners, but it's just the traction that's really going to separate people. And as I said before, the thing I really like about this so far, and as you can see in here, David's been really consistent. I feel you can be really consistent if you're well practiced, you're dialed into the game. I feel you can consistently push the limits, which I've said many times before. I think that's the biggest thing for me, and I think that's the reason why there's going to be a separation between people, because obviously I feel this game is easier to drive than 2016 for me. I feel it's a lot easier handling models to just pick up and play, but you even saw in every game, same for every game really, I feel there's definitely going to be people who can push to their potential. I feel you're going to see a difference between those people of how consistently they can do it, because you could be super consistent in this game, but to get to that really top part of it is seriously difficult. So I can't wait for the videos. As I keep saying, I can't wait for it. It's 10 days now. It feels like Christmas is coming at the moment, but I can't wait to really just show you the hot lap videos and just other general setup videos, tips, and just entertaining videos as well, just doing like live lobbies, like stuff like that, and just maybe interacting with some other YouTubers, maybe, who knows. That would be pretty cool. But so far, support on the channel has just been absolutely incredible. This like past week or 2 weeks has just been insane. I don't know what's happened, but I'm just really grateful, and I'm really humbled for anyone who does watch me, who actually is inspired to play this game, because as I said many times, that's why I made this channel, just to help people, but just to get people involved in the game. And I hope I can continue to do that whilst providing some good entertainment as well at the same time. So hope you've enjoyed this footage. Let me know any comments of what you feel so far about this game. For me, I just can't wait to play it, and then just to show you just everything I can when I do have it. So can't wait to compete in AOR, can't wait to those videos and just to talk to you guys and just interact a lot more. Yeah, that not really too much I can say in that. So thank you so much, and I will catch you next video. As I said, you can catch this main video on the Codemasters main page unedited, so you can watch that for full if you want to watch the full thing, obviously. So as always, cheers and catch you next time.